Ubersutter Aviation 2X of Justin Sanders. Row 3 of the inside from Roseville. He drives car number 21L this evening, the Tarleton & Son Incorporate. American Rock and Rent Band Associates, it's a Kistler-powered Maxim for Colby Copeland. And to the outside from Windsor, a former Petaluma Speedway track champion, the CCI Electrical Buster's Barbecue, Jerry's Valero, Edinger Incorporate, Baylor Center Pair, Johnny Franklin Mufflers, 12J of John Clark. And starting shotgun on the field from Hanford, the R&R Farms, K&M Ag, Fagundes Auto Body, Vanderbilt Petroleum, Tinehurst Enterprises, 5R of Ryan Rocha. 7 cars, 8 laps. Heat race winner, the fastest driver to transfer, move on to tonight's HD Tie Dash. Letting these drivers roll around for a lap or two, get the track packed in before we get on with the first heat race of the evening with your Narc 410 sprint cars, once again presented by Kading Performance. Heat race winner goes on to tonight's 6th lap HD Tie Dash. Justin Sanders being the quickest qualifier in this one, all he has to do is run inside the top 6 to be into tonight's dash. Big shout out to Alicia and Brian Garges, the promoters of the 305 California Sprint Car Series. We'll see them tomorrow night at the Santa Maria Speedway in Napomo, right just past the Pismo Beach off the 101. Racetrack definitely changing here as the night goes on. A lot of moisture still on the bottom side of the speedway. A little bit of color change right underneath the cushion that's starting to develop on both ends of the speedway. Drivers get into their correct starting positions. DJ Neto and Caden Steele from the front row. Landon Brooks and Justin Sanders from row 2. Colby Copeland, John Clark from row 3. And Ryan Rocha starts shotgun on the field. 1 to go signal will be shown at the flag stand. We'll go green the next time off of turn number 4. Looking for a nice even start at the white chalk line off of turn number 4. Pick a favorite, root them on. Watsonville, the first heat race of the evening. Let's show them some love for the Narc 410 sprint cars. DJ Neto, Caden Steele from the front row. Landon Brooks, Justin Sanders, Colby Copeland, John Clark, Ryan Rocha. King Performance, heat race number 1 goes green off of turn number 4. Through turns 1 and 2, give it to the 2-time and defending Narc champion. DJ Neto leads, Caden Steele, Justin Sanders, Landon Brooks, and Colby Copeland, your top 5. Colby Copeland taking a peek to the inside of Landon Brooks. Those drivers put up a fight for the 4th spot. 2 laps complete of this 8-lap affair. It's all about DJ Neto over Caden Steele, Justin Sanders. Ryan Rocha's upside down. Rocha upside down in a big way in turns 3 and 4. A close call by Caden Steele. Ryan Rocha is climbing out of the race car, race fans. Ryan Rocha is climbing out of the race car as that thing got on the bicycle big time in turn number 3 as he got above the cushion and went for an absolute ride. A car number 5R, as that car is junk. You see the front of the car sitting on the ground as the frame is absolutely junk on the 5R of Ryan Rocha. Ryan out of the car and is okay though, but that race car absolutely hammered. A tough break for the Hanford driver. Well, race fans, his helmet is officially off. Show Ryan Roaches some love as he's walking around checking out the damage on car number 5R. As it's going to take some safety personnel to get that car picked up off the racetrack. As that thing nose-tailed multiple times through turns 3 and 4. We go red with 2 laps complete. DJ Neto, your race leader, over Caden Steele. Justin Sanders will restart in the 3rd spot, 21L of Landon Brooks. Rocha got up to 5th after starting dead last in this one. He started 7th, got by John Clark and Colby Copeland, so Rocha was making moves, but that car definitely super tight on the right rear on both ends of the speedway, and he goes for a nasty tumble. Tow truck getting the 5R picked up off the ground as you see the bottom frame rail on FloRacing dangling on the 5R car. Hopefully that team can get the spare car down and see us tomorrow night potentially at the Santa Maria Raceway, but a lot of work to be done in the 5R camp as that thing has absolutely been yard sailed. Always great to see the safety equipment doing its job and the driver to walk away from that one. Again, 2 laps are complete of this 8-lap affair and King Performance Heat Race number 1. DJ Neto, your race leader over the 121 of Caden Steele. 2X of Justin Sanders, the 41L of Landon Brooks, the 21T of Colby Copeland, and the 12J of John Clark will be your running order when we go back to green. Cars refired around the Watsonville Speedway. We'll let these drivers rack and restack once again for King Performance Heat Race number 1. In between events tonight, don't forget, race fans, take the kids down behind the main grandstands. We have face painting for the kids behind the main grandstands. So when we have a moment in time, don't forget to check that out behind the main grandstands. Lights out around the Watsonville Speedway. DJ Neto, your leader in the 88N over the 121 to Caden Steele. Fast time qualifier, the 2X of Justin Sanders, 21L of Landon Brooks, 21T of Colby Copeland. We go back to green. Through turns 1 and 2, Neto starting to stretch his legs out of the rest of the field. Here comes Justin Sanders, a peek to the outside of Caden Steele. 3 laps complete. Sanders gets tight on the cushion, turns 1 and 2, opens up the door for Landon Brooks. Brooks not close enough to capitalize. John Clark now to the inside of Colby Copeland. John Clark moving forward in car number 12J. Meanwhile, up front, in command of this one, 5 down, 3 to go for DJ Neto, the 2-time and defending Narc champion. Neto switching motor and chassis manufacturers over the last couple weeks, and it looks like it's starting to pay dividends here tonight. Into 3, off of 4. DJ Neto's going to receive the white flag. Last time by, Neto turned laps inside the 10-second bracket, nearly a second and a half lead off of turn 4. DJ Neto's going to win Katie Performance Heat Race number 1. Second, Kate Steele. Third, Justin Sanders. Fourth, Landon Brooks. And John Clark, your top 5. Picking up the win in Kane Performance Heat Race number 1. The Neto Ag, Vanderbilt Petroleum, Penny Newman Grain, Neto West Farming, Smith Titanium, 88N, DJ Neto.
DJ Neto picking up Keating Performance Heat Race number 1. We're going to let him get his helmet off real quick. DJ, winning the heat race locks you into tonight's dash. What do you feel like you need to go back and tell your crew to do or change to get ready for that?
Track's kind of narrow right now, so I'm not really sure what I need to be better with. Just kind of get in line, don't make mistakes, and go. So we'll see how the dash goes and go from there.
Back up to you, Brad.
Thank you, Ava. Don't forget, behind the main grandstands, we have face painting going on for the youngsters. So in between events, don't forget to check them out. We now shift gears. Heat race number 2, presented by Brown Miller Racing Solutions. When these cars fly around the racetrack, every hose, every fitting, every line must hold. That's why the teams that win trust Brown Miller Racing Solutions. With over 40 years of experience, BMRS engineers high performance and hose fittings. Fluid systems built for extreme heat, extreme pressure, and extreme speed. Custom orders turned around as little as 1 day. Precision, performance, reliability. That's Brown & Miller Racing Solutions. Heat race number 2, presented by Brown & Miller Racing Solutions. On the pole, from Sassoon City, he drives the F&F Racing, Bushy Financial Services, Sierra Single Ply, C&H Motor Parts, CRV Carbon Solutions, Econo Loom Tune, Engler Machine Tool X1 of Chance Grasty. To the outside, a 2-time Narc champion from Fresno, California. He drives the Selzy Enterprise Incorporated. Red Road Transportation, Whipple Superchargers, Redline Oil, Napa Auto Parts, Sparco 41 of Dominic Selzy. Row 2 to the inside from Clovis. He drives the Gary Silva Ranches, JB Christian Incorporated. Driver forward to J. Apparel 10 of Dominic Gordon. And to the outside from Castro Valley, he drives the Crown Limousine, Keith Day Company, Dawson Maldine, General Engineering, Fairvani Grading and Paving, car number 2K of Jake Andriotti. Row 3 to the inside, the 2005 Series champion from Roseville, California. He drives the Bjork Construction, DJ Construction Rental, King Performance, Roxy Properties, 7B, the Shark, Sean Becker. And to his outside, the 2017 Series champion from Campbell, the Alvisa Rock Electric Construction Company, Williams Roofing, Hi-Fi Pizza, Heatwave, Wright Restoration, Moss Brothers Pound and Coating, AV Solutions, DF Rios Motorsports 29 of Bud Katie. And starting shotgun on the field from Clayton. He drives the Trico Construction, Melrose Metal Finishing, Matthew Dashner Construction, 88A of Joey Ancona. 7 cars, 8 laps the distance. Brown & Miller Racing Solutions, heat race number 2. Pick a favorite and root them on. Chance Grasty, Dominic Selzy from the front row. Dominic Gordon, Jake Andriotti from row 2. Sean Becker, Bud Kading from row 3, and Joey Ancona starting shotgun on the field. Heat race number 2, race fans. Let's show them some love for the Narc 410 Sprint Cars. Chance Grasty and Dominic Selzy, the rookie and the 2-time series champion on the front row this one. Heat race winner and the fastest qualifier to run inside the top 6. Go on to tonight's HD Titanium Dash. We go green. Side by side for the top spot through turns 1 and 2. Give it to the X1 of Chance Grasty. Grasty over Dominic Selzy. Dominic Gordon. Now here comes Jake Andriotti. Andriotti, your quick time qualifier, takes a peek to the inside of Dominic Gordon as we got a 3-car tussle for the 5th spot. Bud Kading has it, Joey Ancona and Sean Becker won it. 2 laps completed in this deal. Chance Grasty, a half a straightaway lead already over Dominic Selzy and the rest of the field. Grasty putting the keys on the counter and starting to check out in this one. Grasty, Selzy, Gordon, Andriotti, and Bud Kading, your top 5. Jake Andriotti and Sean Becker. Chance Grasty came into tonight second in the point standings behind Justin Sanders, looking to get himself a ticket into tonight's HD tie dash. 5 down, 3 to go for Chance Grasty. Race for second starting to heat up. Dominic Selzy has it. Dominic Gordon starting to rope him in. Good shot on FloRacing by Mike DeHogue as Chance Grasty working the wheel on the F&F Racing X1 as he receives the white flag. White flag 1 to go for Chance Grasty. Down the back straightaway into 3 off of 4. He trusts Brown Miller Racing Solutions for all his hose fittings. He gets the win in BRMS Heat Race number 2. Chance Grasty, Dominic Selzy, Dominic Gordon, Jake Andriotti, and Bud Kading, your top 5. Picking up the win in Brown Miller Racing Solutions Heat Race number 2. The Bushy Financial Services, CNH Motor Parts, CRV Carbon Solutions here, a single ply X1 of Chance Grasty. Grasty supposed to stop on the front straightaway, get a word with Ava Payton. Grasty goes to the pit area, so we'll get a word with Dominic Selzy, who ran second in that one. As soon as he parks on the front straightaway, we'll send it downstairs.
Dominic Selzy finishing second in BMRS Heat Race number 2. Dominic, you were able to finish on the podium last time we saw you. Do you feel like you're able to bring that momentum coming into tonight?
Yeah, we're just missing a lot right now. No good there. Obviously didn't have enough speed there in qualifying, so gonna have to make some changes. We're struggling.
He's gonna go back to the crew and make some changes going into the rest of the night. Back up to you, Brad.
Thank you, Ava. Narc Heat Race number 3 is presented by Hill Meat Company. Hill Meat Company is proud to have the privilege of sponsoring the Narc King of the West Sprint Cars in 2026. As processors of the highest quality bacon, sausage, and ham anywhere, be sure to look for our brand, Hill's Premium Meats, at grocery stores throughout most of the western United States. Heat Race number 3, once again presented by Hill Meat Company. This is how we rack them. This is how we stack them. Starting on the pole, the 2-time series champion from San Jose, the Imaco Disposal Swimming Pool Perfections, Beanie Associates, Caps Powder Coating 0, TK Tim Kading. To the outside in car number 61 from Livermore, he drives the Bay Area Tile, Metalworks, King Racing Products, Redwood Electric Group, Fire Protection Management 61 of Travis Labatt. Row 2, the inside from Lemoore, California, the Tarleton & Son Incorporated. American Rock and Red, Bandy Associates 21 of Carson Macedo. And starting 4th, third quick this evening from Templeton, the David Cry Engineering, ShopCaleb.com with an all-displayed rod end supply. Max of Race Oils, MP Environmental, Shield Fire Suits 3 of Caleb Montgomery. Row 3, the inside from Benicia, the Bill Aton Paints, Transport Products Unlimited, Triple X, and 2X Graphics. That's what we came for. Plant Reclamation, Legacy Glass, Redline Oil 26 of Billy Aton. And to his outside from Campbell in the Santa Mar Race Products, Maxim Race Chassis, K Performance 4 of Burt Folan Jr. Starting shotgun on the field from Discovery Bay, the Ancon Industrial Services, CNH Federer Enterprises, Transport Products Unlimited, Moss Brothers Powder Coating, Ultra Shield, Smith Tie, King Race Products 12 of Jared Soaries. Seven cars, 8 laps, then distance for your third and final Narc Heat Race of the evening, presented by Hill Meat Company. Looks like the nose wing collapsing already on Jared Soary's car. As the rough night continues to get a little bit worse for the 12 team, we'll see how he handles it in this one. One to go signal will be shown at the flag stand. Tim Kading and Travis Labatt from the front row. Carson Macedo, Caleb Montgomery from row 2. Billy Aton and Bert Folan from row 3. Jared Story starts shotgun on the field. 7 cars, 8 laps in distance. Heat race winner, the fastest qualified, run inside the top 6. Move on to tonight's HD Titanium Dash. Pick a favorite and root them on. Looking for a nice even wing-to-wing, wheel-to-wheel start off at turn number 4. We go green. TK is going to get the nod through turns 1 and 2. Caleb Montgomery getting dicey with Carson Macedo for the 3rd spot. Lap number 1, give it to TK. Travis Labatt, Caleb Montgomery, Carson Macedo, Billy Aton. Your top 5, Jared Stories, Bert Folan getting close off of turn number 2. Two laps in the books. TK already nearly a 1.5 lead over the 61 of Travis Labatt, who is now feeling pressure from the 3 of Montgomery. Labatt leaves the lane open off of turn number 4. Montgomery gonna swoop to the inside of Labatt. Labatt with a run down the back straightaway. Will not go gentle to goodnight. A little poke to the bear in 3 and 4. Now here comes Carson Macedo. Macedo gonna pick the pocket of Caleb Montgomery as the outlaw and former Rebel Cup champion, the 2015 series champion with King of the West. Carson Macedo up to 3rd now. Macedo trying to make the outside line work, gets a run to the outside. Labatt should have shut the lane down. Macedo tiptoes the outside lane, gonna rip around the outside. Side by side for the silver medal in Hills Meet. Heat race number 3, give it to Kid Rock, Carson Macedo. White flag is displayed for TK Tim Kading. A straightaway lead for the 2-time series champion. Over 2.5 seconds down the back straightaway into 3 off of 4. Put him into a nice dash. TK Tim Kading. 2nd to Carson Macedo. 3rd to Travis Labatt, Caleb Montgomery, Billy Aton, Jared Stories, and Bert Folan. Picking up the win in Hills Meat Company Heat Race number 3 from San Jose, California. The Amaco Disposal, Swimming Pool Perfection, Banding Associates, Caps Powder Coating, Maxwell Race Engines number 0, TK Tim Kading. Looks like Carson Macedo is going to pull down the infield. He's going to get a word with Ava Payton.
Carson Macedo, you had your work cut out for you in that heat race. A little bit slow on the start. You had to work your way back up to get position and get yourself into the 2nd place finish. Do you feel like there's something that you need to go back and talk to the crew about to get yourself a little bit more comfortable behind the wheel of this Charlton & Son 21?
Yeah, I just felt a little bit off there in qualifying, and then I feel like we gained on a little bit there, but I don't know, I just probably played around, messed around on the bottom too long, and by the time I moved, it was too late. So that's the way it goes. You got to be on it, but I know my dad, Drew, Nate, everybody's working hard. Kobe, they're trying to get me a good car, so we'll just keep doing our best and put our best foot forward.
We're glad to have you here with us this weekend. Back up to you, Brad.
Thank you, Avon, and always great to have the 2015 series champion back home, and that is Carson Macedo. Used to call him Kid Rock back in his Rebel Cup days at the King Speedway. Always fun. 2012 was the rookie year for Dominic Selzy, DJ Noon, and Carson Macedo. My rookie year full-time behind the microphone underneath Scott and Lisa Woodhouse. Good to see all of us here tonight once again at the Ocean Speedway. We shift gears now to heat race number 1 of 2 for your RNJ Landscape Hobby Stocks. Starting on the pole in car number 08, it's Wayne Reeder to the outside. And car number 44, it's Jonathan Aguio. Row 2 the inside, and car number 60 next, it's Ricky Childress Jr., the outside, the 03 of Dakota Kelsden. Row 3 the inside, and car number 31W, it's Steve Remedy to the outside, the 22, your current point leader, Adrian Frost. 4th and final row, the inside, the 88 of Ryan Bowers, the outside, starting shotgun on the field, the X2 of William Gallagher. 8 cars set to go 8 laps. Heat race number 1 of 2 for your R&J Landscape. Heat race number 1 for your hobby stocks. Coming into tonight, Adrian Frost leads the R&J Landscape Hobby Stock Division with 129 points. Dakota Keldsen is second in points, 126. They are both in this heat race. Keldsen starts 4th, Frost starting 6th. Your top 2 in points coming into tonight in your R&J Landscape Point Series here on Friday nights here at the Watsonville Speedway. Race fans, pick a favorite, root them on. Heat race number 1 of 2 for your R&J Landscape Hobby Stocks. Wayne Reeder and Jonathan Haggio to the outside. We go green. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Look at the 0-3 of Dakota Keldsen trying to go forward. Gets above the cushion, opens up the door to the closest championship contender, your current point leader, Adrian Frost. Frost started at 6, already up to 4th, and coming after the 44 of Haggio. Meanwhile, race up front starts to heat up. Wayne Reeder has it. Ricky Childress Jr. wants it. Reeder through the middle, slides up the racetrack. Childress going to rotate, motivate, and take the top spot in car number 16X. Ricky Childress now goes upstairs in turns 1 and 2. Wayne Reeder takes a peek to the inside. They're going to bang wheels down the back straightaway. Childress upstairs. Reeder's going to shove them all the way to the cushion. Off of turn 4. They're in a dead heat for the top spot. Ricky Childress going to click off lap number 3. Shuts the door on Wayne Reeder into turn number 1 as the top 2 start to check out. Now Adrian Frost with troubles in turns 1 and 2. Your current point leader was up to 4th. Has now backslid to 6th and now moved to 0-3 of Dakota Keldsen back up to the 4th spot. Field starting to spread out. As soon as I say that, the 0-8 of Wayne Reeder sideways off of turn number 2 right in front of Jonathan Haggio. Reeder above the cushion off the edge of the racetrack. Backslides like Michael Jackson in car number 0-8 from early race leader and falling all the way back to 6th in this one is the 0-8 of Wayne Reeder. Race now starting to heat up for the 2nd spot. Jonathan Haggio has it. Here comes Dakota Keldsen to the inside move. Keldsen to the 2nd spot at the line. 6 down, 2 to go as things are wild in heat race number 1 with the R&J Landscape Hobby Stocks as Ricky Childress will receive the white flag. Race is still on for 2nd though. That's where we're dialed in live on FloRacing. Still side by side for the 2nd spot. Keldsen shuts the door on Haggio into turn number 1, pushes up the racetrack. They're still side by side. Checkered flag goes to Ricky Childress. He'll pick up the win, heat race number 1. Gloves are off for the 2nd spot. Off of turn number 4. Give it to Dakota Keldsen over Jonathan Haggio. 4th, Adrian Frost. 31W, Steve Remdy, your top 5. Watsonville Speedway, that might be the heat race of the year right there. When he rolls down the front straightaway, give him some love. Ricky Childress Jr. gets the win in heat race number 1. The Flamingo in the stands tonight. Good to see him and his better half, Amy. Good stuff in that one. Ricky Childress Jr. gets the win in car number 16X, the 0-3 Dakota Keldsen. 44 of John Haggio, 22 of Adrian Frost, and the 31W Steve Remdy, your top 5. Second and final heat race for your R&J Landscape Hobby Stocks. Getting set to roll out on the Speedway. Starting on the pole in car number 16, it's Lily Mead, the outside. In car number 01, it's Dennis Keldsen. Row to the inside, the 28J of Joshua Silva, the outside, the 56S of Nick Silva. Row 3 of the inside, in car number 1, it's Joe Gallagher, the outside, the 73B of Brady Moeller. Starting 7th at shotgun on the field, and this one, the 511 of Elizabeth Geary. We'll go 7 cars for 8 laps of distance, your second and final R&J Landscape Hobby Stock Heat Race. Lily Mead and Dennis Kelsden from the front row. Joshua Silva, Nick Silva from row 2. Joe Gallagher, Brady Mueller, and Elizabeth Geary. We go green. R&J Landscape Hobby Stock Heat Race number 2. Lily Mead's going to lead the charge down the back straightaway, side by side for second. The 28J of Joshua Silva and the 0-1 of Dennis Kelsden. Kelsden off the pace down the front straightaway, again bumped and banged as he is falling back to fourth now. Race now for the second spot between Joshua Silva and Nick Silva. Give it to Nick Silva in turns 3 and 4. Lily Mead up front starting to pull away. Now the gloves are off between the 0-1 of Dennis Kelsden and the 1 of Joe Gallagher. Lap number 3 in the books as Lily Mead hitting the rev limiter in turn number 1 on the chip as she stretches her lead 2 seconds. The advantage the last time by over Nick Silva, Joshua Silva, Dennis Kelsden, and Joe Gallagher. That's been the race to watch as the 28J of Joshua Silva's off the pace in turn number 4. And we go yellow. So all the kids in the main grandstands, if you have a necklace and a sombrero, we need you at the bus at the main entry to the main grandstands. If you have a necklace or a sombrero and one of the kids, we have the bus waiting for you to give you a luxury ride through the pit area here at the Watsonville Speedway. So if you have a necklace or sombrero, head down to the bus at the main gate so you can get yourself a field trip through the pit area tonight here at the Watsonville Speedway. Tough break for the 28J of Joshua Silva, who come to a stop at turns 3 and 4. Had a valiant fight going on with Nick Silva and the 56S. We go yellow with 4 laps complete. Lily Mead, your leader in car number 16 over the 56S of Nick Silva. Now the 0-1 of Dennis Kelsden, the 1 of Joe Gallagher. Then it'll be the 73B of Brady Mueller and the 511 of Elizabeth Geary. The race to watch has been for now the third spot between the 0-1 of Kelsden and Gallagher. Those two been rubbing wheels and bending fenders on both ends of the Watsonville Speedway. Off of turn number 4, we go back to green. Lily Mead with a great restart, but we dial ourselves in live on FloRacing down the back straight into 3 and 4. Dennis Kelsden and Joe Gallagher getting after it. Gallagher up and over the berm and turns 3 and 4. Loses a lot of ground to the 0-1 of Kelsden. It's been the most interesting race on the speedway. Kelsden with a mistake on the berm in turns 1 and 2 allows Gallagher to rope in the 0-1 car once again. And now the race is heating up for the top spot. Lily Mead getting tight on the right front of both ends of the speedway. Looks like it has about 3 pounds of air in the right front as that thing is absolutely buried in car number 16. Thing is rolling over up on the wheel on the entry of the corner as the white flag is displayed. Lily Mead has it. Joe Silva wants it. Mead up on the berm, pushes up the racetrack off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into 3. Silva thought about bumping Lily Mead out of the way, but he'll be respectful. Lily Mead's going to get the win in heat race number 2. Second, Nick Silva in the 56S. 0-1 of Dennis Kelsden, 1 of Joe Gallagher, and the 73B of Brady Mueller, your top 5. Great stuff in hobby stock heat races presented by R&J Landscape. Picking up the win in heat race number 2, the 16 of Lily Mead. Second, the 56S of Nick Silva. 0-1 of Dennis Kelsden. The 1 of Joe Gallagher. 73B of Brady Mueller. 511 of Elizabeth Geary. And the 28J of Joshua Silva. A quick scratch to the racing surface here at the Watsonville Speedway. Next up will be opening ceremonies here at the Watsonville Speedway for round number 4 of the 2026 Narc campaign.
In the world of race car manufacturing, one name stands above the rest: King Racing Products. From micros to sprint cars, we engineer the performance advantages serious racers like you rely on to run harder, faster, and stay in front of the competition. No one matches the quality, durability, or innovation behind the King Racing Products name. Racer designed, outlaw tough, built to dominate. Visit kingracingproducts.com to gear up. Order today and get free shipping.
Unveiled at PRI, 5-Star introduced an all-new sprint car body engineered using advanced CFD aero analysis, validated through on-track testing using real-time airflow data.
There's no reason why anybody will want to run anything else than this 5-star sprint car body.
Designed to fit Maxim, XXX, Schnee Lawson, JR1, J&J, DRC, Spike, and more. 5-Star's all-new sprint car body. The new standard in sprint car technology.
DMI is a leading manufacturer of steering, suspension, and driveline components of the sprint car industry. The line of Bulldog quick change rears featured unmatched reliability, innovation, and strength. DMI T-Rex torsion bars are the choice of the sport's top professionals who demand consistency and performance. DMI Bulldog components are proudly made in the USA in our Lancaster, Pennsylvania manufacturing facility. Visit diversifiedracing.com to learn more about the complete line of DMI racing components and Bulldog quick change rears.